Hi, I'm PJ Glassey, owner of the X Gym here in Seattle. Today we're going to talk about some fun ways to increase your range of motion. And the range of motion is very important because most people are sitting down all day and they get really tight hip flexors especially. Their low back gets tight, their hamstrings get tight. They're just not increasing their range of motion at all with that type of posture. So going outside of that normal posture range is very important, and it's super helpful and really the only way to increase your range of motion. The more you move, the bigger you move, the better your range of motion gets. So I'm going to show you some funner ways to do that, to increase that range of motion. Walking lunges is an awesome exercise to increase the range of motion. It's a big wide step, super long stride all the way forward. When you come down, make sure this knee is either over or behind that front ankle at all times. And you'll know it is because you'll be able to see your toes. If you can see your toes, you're probably okay. If the knee's too far forward and it blocks out the vision of your toes, it's too far forward. This big long stride stretches that back hip flexor and then works the front leg range of motion at the same time. Back and forth. On the first day, try only about 30 or 40 feet, because even though these might seem easy and feel easy, they make you really sore. Another great exercise to do is increase your range of motion through high range push-ups. And you're going to go beyond your normal range because your hands are elevated. It can be on stools like this. It can be on some books that you set on the ground. Phone books are great. So instead of throwing away your phone book immediately, like most people do nowadays because we have the internet, you can use them for something. So it's just nice and slow, all the way down low, stretch it out, and then nice and slow coming back up. Creeping your way up, barely moving. When you get to the top, you stop here. Elbows are still bent. That keeps constant tension on the muscle. And then nice and slow back down, barely moving. Make sure you're also using something that's not going to slide out. Nice and slow back up, creeping up. So when you get down deep, you're going to want to enjoy that stretch. So take your time down there, way down low, all the way into the stretch. Really feel that stretch, and then slowly come out of that stretch. So your maximum time down in the bottom there with that stretch. Again, here's the top, and just keep going until complete fatigue. And when it gets hard, then go down to the floor, so then when you finally reach muscle failure, you're not overstretched and you can get out of the position that you're in. You can go from your feet, you can go from your knees, you can even go from your hips like this. Of course, you'll need less of a boost if you're from the hips, but you just adjust it accordingly. The point is, you're going outside of your normal range of motion to increase your active range of motion. A really fun way to do this is with your kids too. If you have kids, or with a friend, and have a contest with them. So with kids, especially young kids, they're going to be pretty flexible. So what you do is you have a contest to see who's the most flexible. Of course they're going to win, but in that contest they're going to try as hard as they can to get as far as they can, and so they're going to reach their maximal flexibility. Then after that part of the contest is over, you tell them, great, you won that part. Now the second part of the contest is most improved. So in a month, we're going to see who's the most improved, who has better flexibility than right now. Of course, you're going to win that part because you're going to be less flexible, most likely, than your kids. So you'll both be able to win, but your kids are going to be motivated throughout that month to do flexibility things with you, and then you're modeling that lifestyle for them, passing on those patterns to your kids. So those are some fun ways to increase your flexibility and your range of motion.